Games provide traditional learning. With new inventions and technologies, NBA basketball has become an important part of our lives. Trading players and investing have gained so much success in recent years. Does the question arise, why is there a need to trade? Is trading a better option? Also, does trading affect game strategies? The National Basketball Association, or NBA, is a professional basketball league in North America. The league is comprised of 30 teams and is one of the major professional sports leagues in the United States as well as Canada. Trading is the major element of bringing a drastic change and turning the tables. The NBA's regular season runs from October to April, with each team playing a total of 82 games. The league's playoff tournament extends into June. NBA players are the world's best paid athletes by average annual salary per player. Teams. The NBA originated in 1946 with 11 teams, and through a sequence of team expansions, reductions, and amendments, currently consists of 30 teams. The United States is home to 29 of those teams, the other in Canada. The current league organization divides 30 teams into 2 conferences of 3 divisions with 5 teams in each. Trading strategies. Most people, including the players, don't understand how trading works. They have agents for that to tell them about strategies. It includes their salary cap and NBA agreement. Trade is about math and financial trading in accordance with the team's personal needs. The main question that arises here is why people get traded, so the simple response to that is team improvement. For example, a player is not in a mood to resign, but a team's not confident about it, so they trade the player, but the main purpose serves the team's improvement. There's no real limit to how many players can be traded. Also, the misconception needs to be corrected that injured players can also be traded. Let's see some best trades of 2023. James Harden and Ben Simmons. James Harden was part of a blockbuster trade just hours before Thursday's deadline. He was traded to the Philadelphia Sixers to play alongside Joel Embiid. In return, the Brooklyn Nets will receive Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round draft picks. Harden's actions showed he wanted out of Brooklyn, and he almost wrote a formal letter. So on the trade deadline, the 76ers stepped up with an offer that included Simmons, the sharpshooter Seth Curry, and big man Andre Drummond, as well as the 76ers' unprotected 2022 first-round draft pick. KP and Bertans. KP has been an all-star caliber player when healthy. He's averaging 19.2 points and 7.7 rebounds per game this season. But Dallas had envisioned him as the number 2 option and a pick-and-pop partner with Luka Doncic. And it wasn't a good match for Dallas. This year, Porzingis will earn $31.7 million, and the next 2 years will pay him $69.8 million. Now that Ish Smith is Porzingis' starting point guard, he can test the waters next to Bradley Beal and see if he belongs. Bertans was brought in by Washington from the Spurs in the hopes that he would serve as the quality stretch 4, but injuries have limited to a 6th-man role. Despite making $16 million this season and $49 million fully guaranteed over the next 3 seasons, he is currently shooting just 31.9% from the three-point range. The Wizards signed Dinwiddie to a 3-year, $54 million deal with the expectation that he would recover fully from an ACL tear. Dinwiddie scores 12.6 points per game and dishes out 5.8 dimes on average, but he was never a great shooter and has lost some of his explosiveness over the years. Dallas is hoping that after another year has passed since his ACL tear, Dinwiddie will make a full recovery with the help of their medical staff. Massive 4-team deal sends DiVincenzo to the Kings and Bagley to the Pistons. Sacramento receives Dante DiVincenzo, Trey Lyles, and Josh Jackson. Milwaukee receives Serge Ibaka, 2 future second-round picks, and cash. The LA Clippers receive Rodney Hood and Semi Ojeleye. Detroit receives Marvin Bagley Jr. This is consistent with the Kings' strategy of going all in on their long-shot bid to make the playoffs, which was demonstrated by their signing of Domantas Sabonis in a trade. They found a long-term complement to De'Aaron Fox and DiVincenzo, a talented 2-guard who can assist them this season and in the future. In addition to the $19 million they gained from the Norman Powell-Robert Covington deal, the Clippers will save nearly $30 million in luxury tax payments this year as a result of this transaction. With the continued absence of Brook Lopez, the addition of Ibaka gives the Bucks a solid backup option at center, and they also come away with a handful of draft picks. The Pistons gamble on Bagley, knowing they can easily re-sign him at a low cost. Westbrook for Wall. Some in Los Angeles are considering a trade involving Russell Westbrook and John Wall with the Houston Rockets due to their frustration and desperation over the Lakers' wasted season and Westbrook's consistent performance as himself over the past 2 years rather than the Lakers' idealized version of him. It's essentially a trade in which underperforming players and poor contracts are exchanged. However, Mark Stein's most recent newsletter serves as a reminder that the Lakers' 2027 first-round selection, or the final 3 years of Daniel Theis's contract at $27.6 million, are Houston's requirements for such a deal to go through. In that case, why would the Rockets want to make that trade? To put it another way, if Houston were to trade for Westbrook, they would be replacing one expensive player who is not part of their rotation with another. So the Rockets would have to be motivated by something other than a draft pick or cost savings. This serves as a gentle reminder that no one is going to go out of their way to support the Lakers because they feel sorry for them. John Wall in Houston, who is now on the bench but has a salary, which is $44 million this season plus a player option for $47 million next season, that is identical to Paul George's, which is also $47 million, is the only player who could be traded at this time. Some possible trades in 2023. Russell Westbrook and a first-round pick in 2027 were traded to the Miami Heat. LA Lakers acquire Kyle Lowry and Duncan Robinson. The Miami Heat have gained a lot in this trade. Trading for Russell Westbrook's expiring deal and draft compensation would let them get out from under the long-term pay commitments to Kyle Lowry and Duncan Robinson. The Miami Heat could use a tough, competitive player like Russell Westbrook, who would fit in well with the team's established identity. The Los Angeles Lakers are looking to bolster their roster around superstars LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and this means adding some quality role players. When you have two studs who flourish around the basket, having capable floor spacers like Kyle Lowry and Duncan Robinson is a huge asset. Overall, this is an easy trade that benefits both teams right away. Russell Westbrook would likely start at point guard for the Miami Heat in this scenario. He would give the team a player that can thrive during the regular season and relieve some of the load from Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, and Jimmy Butler. There's no telling if the Miami Heat and the Los Angeles Lakers would ever sit down and negotiate a contract like this, but it has merits. Chris Paul joins the Sacramento Kings. Phoenix Suns received Aaron Fox and a 2026 first-round pick. At first sight, this swap may seem strange, yet it serves a purpose. When the 2020-2021 NBA season rolled around, Chris Paul led the young Phoenix Suns all the way to the championship series. The Sacramento Kings might possibly do the same with their young core by taking a gamble and acquiring the great point guard. Chris Paul's advanced age makes a move possible for just Aaron Fox and a first-round selection. The Phoenix Suns would receive a young scoring point guard and draft compensation, thus this deal is great for them. If the Sacramento Kings were to acquire Chris Paul, he would join a group of talented young players who could help ease the offensive burden on the veteran point guard. The Sacramento Kings, who haven't made the postseason in 16 seasons, could really use his guidance and expertise. Obviously, if Chris Paul ages badly, this could backfire on the Sacramento Kings. Although the Kings would be taking a risk by signing one of the NBA's best point guards, it could pay off in the long run if they're able to establish a winning culture around him. Being the most highly viewed and paying game, there are some strategies for the players, trading, and improvements. Do let us know if you know anything else regarding the players and the leagues. Also, who do you support? Let us know in the comment section below. For more updates, do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to like and share with your family and friends.